Hello, everybody. Hey, Carl, how's it going? Great to see you here. How's everybody doing? It's Friday evening, Saturday morning for me on Naked and Famous Denim Day, Fridays, Saturdays. I don't know. It's just another live stream here, and thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope your week is winding down as my week is winding down. Hello, first one in 4 weeks that I've been able to join. Well, thank you for being able to make the chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who joins our chats and our hangouts. It's always a great time to be here with all of you guys. We get to talk about denim. We get to talk about life. We get to talk about all the wonderful things that seem to pop up during these live streams, including a bunch of off-topic rants. But you know what? It's a lot of fun for me, and I hope it's a lot of fun for you too. Happy and hot and humid, perfect fade weather. I'm at work, but F it. Toxic denim head. Don't get in trouble. Please don't get in trouble. Speaking of hot and humid, if you guys can't tell, it's sunny outside. It's the first time I've seen the sun out here in many, many days. It's been nothing but gray clouds and rain for a while. It's been rainy season. It's been a bit of a drag. I'll have to tell you that. But I'm happy to see the sun finally. It's just such an invigorating feeling, and I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I've got all my friends here. I've got the sun. We've got denim. It's about to be a fun live stream. Hey, I wanted to know, how do I avoid thread sinking in the denim? Sorry? Tomato Glaze writes, hey, I wanted to know, how do I avoid thread sinking in the denim fabric hand loom? I don't know what you're asking, but maybe if you reword the question, I might be able to provide you with some insight. It's been sunny and rainy in New York City. I heard in New York City the subways were flooded. What's going on there? I saw some videos on the social medias. Skate Selvedge Dye Souls writes, I'm looking forward to these live streams more and more. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you and I'm glad that you're hanging out with us. I do really. This is the way I end my week. It's even though it's Saturday morning, doesn't matter. This is the way I end my week. It's hanging out with you guys. It's what I certainly look forward to the most. Don't get me wrong. I like my job, but there's a much more casual environment than looking at Excel sheets and especially nowadays, we're right now just what's going on here at Naked and Famous. We're in our spring summer 22. We call it booking season. So this is when we start showing all of our retail partners the new collection. And because we can't, usually this is something that happens at trade shows. So we're going around the world. We usually go to New York, we go to Las Vegas, we go to Paris. We'll do a couple of road trips here and there. I would go to Seattle to visit Jay up at Blue Owl. We go to Toronto, visit a lot of our Toronto retailers out there as well. So, we'd be on our road tour and we'd be seeing all of our retail partners, our friends, and showing off the collection. And, for the past couple of seasons, everybody knows what's going on in the world. It's no secret that travel has been very, very difficult. And in fact, right now in the United States, there are a couple of trade fairs going on over the next couple of months. So, things have certainly opened up a lot, and a lot of our business happens in the United States. I'm sure many of you guys are in the States. But we're still unable to easily get in and out. Like we could technically go there, but then there's just issues traveling back and forth. It just makes it really, really difficult. So hopefully this is the last season where we have to do a lot of these meetings and showing the collection online. So it's just when you do a trade show, you can see a lot of people in just a few days, whereas you're showing it online, it's hard to get the same feedback. from customers, because you're not speaking with them directly. I would do a ton of presentations every day, showing off the entire thing, getting people's feedback, helping them put their assortments together for the next season. Whereas here, you send out an email, you don't really hear back from them. Maybe they're just going to send you the order back, or you organize a call. So there's a lot of just sorting of appointments right now, and that's our job, to make sure that everything gets done, so that all of our retailers have the product that you're looking for, the product that I've teased a little bit for you guys. So it's just been a very busy week getting all that stuff sorted out, and it's going to be pretty busy for the foreseeable future. While we're doing that, we're getting ready for fall winter 21 releases, and so I'm just waiting for some photography to come in. Then we're going to flip the website, make sure it's up to date with all the newest product. I'll release that fall winter 21 video, the full collection preview for you guys to see. And even last night I was talking to Brandon, and we're just brainstorming fall winter 22. So there's a lot of, and we're still at the the tail end of spring summer 21. So there's a lot of product going on, a lot of things going on in my brain. So that's just that's where we're at right now. Oak Odell writes, I was doing research, and there is an epic new mill since Greensboro shut down. What are your thoughts on Vidalia? Vidalia, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know very much about it. I just know that when the Cone White Oak plant shut down, that was Cone's last American mill, and there was a it's obviously a sad thing when something so tied to American tradition, especially a mill like that, goes down. I'm glad that somebody came in and picked up the pieces and is trying to keep that tradition alive. That's my thoughts. My thoughts is that I'm happy that exists. We don't use American denim. We exclusively use Japanese denim. So chances of us using that material is zero. But I'm happy that it exists, and I'm happy it exists for the people that that is the type of material that they use. And I wish them all the best. We're not a mill, but we are our factories. We have 2 factories in Canada. We are, as far as I know, the last 2 remaining factories in Canada that make jeans in Canada, like exclusively. I'm sure that there's a couple of sewing facilities that can make jeans, but we are a jeans factory. So when we started Naked and Famous, we didn't even have our own. We were outsourcing to local factories in Quebec. That they were pretty big. They were very large facilities. We were just a tiny fraction of their production. They were making for a lot of American, chain retailers, big companies. But when they pulled their production out of Canada, those factories went down. They died. And, we were able to pick up some of the pieces. We bought out a lot of machines, that type of stuff, and we had to start our own factory because, we saw where the trend was going. And luckily, we kind of picked it up at the right time, and we've been able to, continue and even grow our factories over the last 10 years. But, it's unusual that, like a concept like a Canadian tuxedo, it could still be made in Canada, but, we're the only ones able to do it. And I'm proud of that, but I'm also a little sad that, manufacturing in our nations, Canada and USA has been decimated so much, and that there's almost no, the mainstream likes to talk about, shop local and do this and do that, and it's like, it's the amount of times I see a big retailer talk about sustainable, local, blah blah blah, and the amount, and especially in Canada, and then just the complete lack of Canadian-made products it's pretty shocking. Like it's just annoying to me when I see these, this type of messaging, and yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm optimistic for ourselves because, we've seen a lot of growth over the years, and, obviously, your support and our fan base is growing. So, I think we'll continue to be, continue to grow, but as a industry as a whole, I don't know, man. It's doesn't look good. I see. Yeah, it's just, we're a bunch of small companies that are maintaining, but yeah, it's a tough situation. I know, obviously, you guys are doing your best to support what you can, made in Canada, made local, or made as closest to you as possible. Canada, USA, we are each other's number one trading partner. There's always this animosity. I don't think the animosity, the Canadian animosity towards America is so, there's I'm sure it happens in other countries like New Zealand, Australia, and other regions of the world. But I'm a Canadian who loves America. I love America a lot, and I always, there's really no difference between our cultures. So at least very little. So I always see buying made in USA, buying made in Canada. It's a very, symbiotic relationship. It's we're brothers after all, brothers, sisters. We're family. So I don't know. I'm just ranting off a little bit here and there, but yeah, manufacturing. I work for an instrument manufacturer in the U.S. Can confirm North American manufacturing is tough. Fixed spiral rights. Yeah, it's a difficult place to be. It's hard to employ. I think a lot of places are having a tough time employing people right now. There's certainly a lot of jobs open. Training is available, and it's just it's just not the place where it's it's weird because we're in this raw denim makers kind of world, and there's a lot of us out here who look to this kind of stuff and we really value and see the importance of it. And then, because our worldview is very fixed, it's kind of hard to imagine somebody who doesn't want to be, in this, doing this type of stuff. So, yeah, it's a little strange in that respect when we're trying to get, more people on board, and, but I don't know, man. I'm sure there's a lot of factors that are going on right now, but it's weird. Just another Nguyen writes, my first Tate Yoko order took 1 month to arrive to the UK, but the second one only took 1 week. Denim Imse writes, Tate Yoko got my order to the UK in 8 days. Great service. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it took a month. Customs and that kind of stuff, sometimes that can delay things. Or, I mean, there's always the random semi-lost package. Something falls behind a truck somewhere and, they have to locate it and things kind of fall between the cracks. That happens every now and then. But generally speaking, we can get stuff out, we get stuff out really fast. Unless there's hemming involved, that your order is in the mail within, at the most, 2 business days. Just depends on the if we're having a sale and we get tons and tons of orders, it may be, if you ordered it on Monday, maybe it goes out on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. But usually by the next day, stuff's in the mail. Unless there's some issue or whatever. But Those are rare cases. We usually get stuff out pretty fast, and I'm glad you enjoy the fast service. Okay, let's take a look here. Tomato glaze. Please help me about the stitching sinking into the handloom denim fabric, please. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you'll have to send me a picture. We can talk about it in the DMs, but I'm not sure. I live in northeast Wisconsin, so most of the US thinks we are in Canada. I think it's that Wisconsin accent that kind of sounds a bit Canadian. Stereotypically Canadian. I do enjoy a good Canadian accent. But there's a lot of Canadian accents. It's just they're a little bit maybe I think Canadians would have a hard, unless you're like from the East Coast, the Maritimes, there's a very stereotypical accent that comes out there that kind of I think resembles much of that Wisconsin accent. But yeah, I mean, there's French Canadian accents. There's the prairies. They got their own thing going on. I ordered from Tachi and Yoko twice so far, and both times they got to me in Indiana in 3 days. Talk about fast. Appreciate it. I appreciate you appreciating it. Rather, we like I said, at Tachi and Yoko, and Nick and Famous. I mean, our aim is always. We're very service-oriented. We're very service-driven. We want to provide the best possible everything, that we can. We understand that we're not Amazon, right? We're not going to be able to get you that next-day shipping or same-day delivery, all that kind of stuff. But, given the size of our organization and the number of people we have working for us, I think we do a pretty good job. If you have any questions, we're very good about answering them as quickly as possible. Obviously, some people, they might send us an email on a Friday evening, and Monday morning they get an answer and they're a little upset about it. But you have to understand that we are, we're an office. The store might be open. Some questions will get answered, but anyways, there's always some people you can't always please, but we definitely do our best. Ian writes, if not a new boot cut fit, any new Groovy Guy exclusives or more denim options coming? I haven't planned another Groovy Guy. But we have a bunch of Strong Guy options coming in soon. I'll share some information. Actually, I could talk to you guys a little bit about that right now. I don't have the samples here, but we have two new Strong Guy options coming out soon. If you guys remember, we had some partnerships with Mass Drop, or now they're known as Drop.com. So we did two very, very successful products with them, called the Ichiban Selvedge, which was a natural indigo, I think 13 ounce, and the Karui Selvedge, which is 11 ounce, 1% stretch selvage. I'm pretty sure those are the details. Anyhow, we're Mass Drop. We've done a couple of production runs with them, but they are no longer doing apparel, and we knew that this was a popular item, so we actually are reissuing those jeans, and they will be available in the Strong Guy fit. So there's two new Strong Guys coming out soon. I'm gonna have a couple of more Strong Guy options coming out. So there seems to be much growing demand for the Strong Guy. So I'm gonna keep pumping that as much as I can. I know there are the Groovy Guy fans out there, but I find that is still quite niche. I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong. It's not going anywhere. It's just I'll have to be a little bit selective when I add things there. The Unnamed Anime collab needs the Groovy Guy fit. It's faded. Maybe. I'm gonna be really drilling down anyways, we're kind of at the final stages of discussions with that, and I'm pretty confident that it's happening. As soon as it does, I'm gonna start saying it by name, and then I'm gonna be in like design mode and putting that collection together. So I may need to pull from your guys' knowledge and what you want to see in this one. So stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be calling out the community. I want to see a strong guy wearing the strong guy doing strong guy stuff. Skate Selvedge Die Souls writes, strong guy wearing the strong guy doing strong guy stuff. That would be fun to see. I talked about it before, but the easy guy, we modeled that based on one of our interns at the time who was a power lifter. So maybe we need a strong power lifter dude to wear the strong guy jeans and show us how it's done. I came here to also say Elephant FoxFibre jacket is the jacket the world needs. That's Bullet Ma 9 Net. I would agree. Boot Ma 9 Net writes, I came here to say the world needs Elephant FoxFibre jacket. What's this 9 Net thing? But both of you guys are here. But Boot Ma 9 Net and Bullet Ma 9 Net. I guess you're pals. But I agree. That is something we are exploring right now. So there will be more FoxFibre. I promise you. I'm a big fan. There will be more FoxFibre. I'm waiting for the weak guy fit. Are you really waiting? Would you wear a jean called the weak guy? I wouldn't make a jean called the weak guy. All right. Weak guy. What would that jean look like? I don't know. Magnet with a 9 instead of a G. Oh. So 9. So Bullet Ma Magnet. Okay. Magnet. I still don't get it. But all right. Well, thanks for letting me know. Sensitive guy fit. Oh, what would that jean be? You got people with skin conditions. They can only wear certain kinds of fits. Do you have the yes? How right? Do you have a faded example of the Rainbow Core 2? Yes, I have a bit. Hold on, and I will get to previews, and I will show that. I will show that off. I was about to show it off, but let's show that off in a bit. Okay. Ever thought about making a Type 1 or Type 2 jacket? I think many of us would be interested. Indigo X Black writes, I've talked about this before, and I'm a fan of, vintage denim jackets, but the reason why we don't make those fits is mostly because I think that it is quite niche. I think only real, even among denim heads, it's a niche appreciation. Because when we think trucker denim jackets, there's really kind of one silhouette that comes to most people's minds. And if you deviate too far from that, even if you try to explain, well, this is the original jacket, this and that, people just aren't sure about it. Those older jackets, even we've extended the length of our jackets quite a bit over the years. But those older models, they're like shirts, basically. They really come up to your waist. And that is not something I feel like a lot of people, there's not enough demand, in my opinion, for us to go full production run with something like that. Jean jackets as a whole, we do okay with them. They're not our biggest, they're not the biggest money maker for us. They're there to round out the collection, and I like them and all, But anytime we add anything, it always has to, there has to be a reason for it. And if I were to run, you know, some of those older style, you know, kind of silhouettes alongside the regular denim jacket, now I've got two denim jackets. You know, I can't not have our classic denim jacket available in a fabric and do a different silhouette. You know, just because obviously most of the demand is going to go in you know, the denim jacket that we already do. So I would have to do another model, and I think even the split in sales there would be, you know, 80% for what we're already making versus you know, a true vintage style silhouette. So, you know, as much as I like them, I just don't think it makes a lot of sense for us to do them, and that's why we haven't done one. That's not to say that we won't do one in the future. You know, I have a lot of denim jackets. You know, I've got vintage denim jackets, and I've got a bunch of, you know, type 1s and type 2s in my arsenal. But I just think as for a collection item, I don't think it makes too much sense to have it there. I hope that answers your question. Rose City Indigo writes, Jerry Selvedge from Rick and Morty collab would be weak guy. Yeah, that would be weak guy. Stupid Jerry. I hope everybody's been keeping up with the new Rick and Morty season. You know, the last episode with what was her name, Planetina. You know, the kind of spoof on Captain Planet. You know, obviously. I've been keeping up a lot with Rick and Morty. You know, some of the references obviously go over some people's heads. I don't know if, you know, some people may not be old enough to remember Captain Planet. My wife, obviously, she didn't grow up, you know, in the West. She grew up here in Japan. She didn't know what Captain Planet was, so I had to play her some Captain Planet for her to kind of, you know, get just why I was laughing so hard. You know, it was a very funny episode, but, you know, when you really get the references, it's pretty good. Any tips for preventing indigo bleeding on sneakers? Indigo bleeding on your sneakers is inevitable. There's two things that you can do to minimize it. Well, there's one thing you can do to minimize it, and there's a couple of things you can do to clean it. So, you know, I know that there's a lot of like protector type sprays that you can get for sneakers. Use it, because that stuff prevents you know, stains from adhering to the material. So that's your first step. There's not much you can do to the jeans, but you can treat your shoes. So treat your shoes with that spray. There's, you know, I you know, get it at Foot Locker. You can get it anywhere. I'm sure there's, you know, a sneaker, you know, very specific brands made for sneakers that do that kind of stuff. So check that out. The next thing you can do, you know, there's obviously a bunch of cleansers and stuff that you can use for your sneakers to get stains out. One of the things that I like to recommend are neoprene sponges. This stuff, you know, like they're in North America, like Tide Magic Eraser, but you can get generic stuff anywhere. In Japan, they sell these everywhere. These clean up pretty much anything. So you can use this on your sneakers, and it'll do the job. But you know, sneaker washes or you know, pre-treating your sneakers, that's what is going to keep your sneakers as indigo free as they can be. I mean, the other way around that is to just wear dark sneakers, and then you'll never notice it. But I also find that, like, if you're wearing like kind of suede, kind of rough out kind of materials, those tend to pick up a little bit more indigo than anything else. Yeah, I have a couple of white sneakers. I don't really have too many issues with you know, indigo bleed on them that much, but you know, your results may vary. I certainly do have. I don't have any here with too much blue on them, but I know in the past I've had some. Okay, I'm going to scroll down a bit. I found the Matrix movies in 4K on HBO Max. We'll watch on my 82-inch TV soon. Turbo 86 rights. Well, it's yeah, Matrix 4. I don't know what the heck's going on with that movie. I'm kind of just trying to stay in the dark as much as possible on it. But every night, because I like your news feeds are always like popping up news that is relevant to you, and every now and then I'll get like these little headlines about the new movie, and I'm just like, no, don't read it, don't just try to. I always like trying to go into movies fresh, so we'll see. I'm Matrix 4. That's gonna be something. Tikka Masala Fries writes, "Hey Bezat, excited for the upcoming anime that will not be named release. Me too. But it will only be an upcoming thing when we have it signed and all that stuff. So keep your fingers crossed, and it should be coming soon." James Dant in the house. Tommy's here. Thanks for joining us on another live stream. Any plans to make an easy guy in a 34 length? I was just thinking about the long inseam jeans. I know I've promised that forever, and I just never have done it. But I stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. What's your favorite stretch pants cotton percentage? I don't think I have. See, it doesn't work by percentages. You could have two different jeans with 99% cotton, 1% stretch, and they can be very different in terms of their elasticity. No two rubber bands are made the same. No two there are different qualities of elastin fiber. So some jeans can be way more stretchy than others. Some jeans may have a better stretch recovery than others. So I would say that it's not a matter of the percentage, but there are certainly a lot of stretch materials that I like. Like I really like our black power stretch or indigo power stretch. That fabric is really amazing, mostly because its stretch recovery is incredible. Now stretch recovery is how you gauge a good stretch jean. And for many of us who kind of came from that stretch jean world before we were indoctrinated into the raw denim lifestyle, maybe you were wearing LA brands, a lot of stretch comfort denim there, and they're fantastic because you put them on, they're very comfortable right away, but after a while, you put on your jeans, they stretch out after a couple of, you wear them for a little bit, and then they don't feel like they fit so well anymore. They're loose, they're baggy, they're just not really, doing it for you. So you take those jeans, you throw them in the washing machine, they shrink up, you put them back on, they feel great, and they feel great for about an hour or two, and then they stretch out again. And the reason for that is because the stretch recovery of those materials is very poor. It's very poor for a bunch of reasons. A lot of it boils down to just the processing of the jeans themselves. They've been distressed, they've been bleached, they've had some chemicals applied, and all of that stuff breaks down the elastic fiber. And anybody who knows, if you have a rubber band that has dried out, you try stretching it out, it stretches out, and then it doesn't go back, or it snaps. And when those fibers break down, they don't go back to their original shape. Now, a jean with a good stretch recovery, like the black power stretch, we call it a power stretch because it has a power stretch recovery. And power stretch fabrics have the highest stretch recovery, in the denim world. So those jeans will snap back to shape at such a high rate. I've worn multiple pairs of black power stretch for many, many years, and they always fit great. You put them on, day one, they all fit the same as day 10, as day 100, as, 2 or 3 years down the line. They are a great pair of jeans that always snap back to shape. That's not to say that they will never wear out, but the stretch in that denim really, really holds up incredibly well. And if you're looking for a comfort denim that really holds its shape, the black power stretch, indigo power stretch, anything in that world really does a great job. But but just expanding on that, we only use power stretch materials. So, even our Nightshade Stretch Selvedge, the snapback on that is incredible. Stretch Selvedge, you're always going to get a great stretch recovery from our jeans. I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's I've missed a couple of questions in there, so let's see what we got. Tika Masala Fries writes, the Flex Selvedge is awesome, super stretchy jeans, and even the Selvedge is stretchy. That is right. The Flex Selvedge does have incredible stretch performance for a Selvedge jean, and that's not something you can you see every day. Like, the stretch in that is through the roof. Possible upcoming unnamed anime collab for part 6, Wabash Frankenstein-esque fabric with Kevlar, possible idea. Frankenstein Kevlar, that would be something. We'll see. Keep your ideas coming, guys. Have you shown the Elephant X lately? Yes, and I've also shown off the Elephant XS, which is the new iteration, the stretch iteration of the Elephant X that will be coming for spring summer 22. If there's ever anything that you missed, go to our YouTube channel. We have the timestamps in the description and in the timeline, so you can fast forward to the juicy bits. Speaking of which, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, go and do that, and subscribe to our channel. I guess if you're watching us on YouTube right now and you're not subscribed, please do, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, because it helps with the algorithmic things that are going on. Just tell me, what pair of jeans are you wearing today? Leave that in the comment section below, and tell me how long you've been wearing them, and what you like about them the most. So, I do read pretty much every comment. I mostly respond to everything, so it's always fun to continue the conversation out there. Also, here's what I'm thinking, and let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm considering switching the live streams to YouTube. So maybe next week I will do the live stream on YouTube. What I'll do is I'll probably do a simulcast. So I'll have the Instagram live going, and then I will have YouTube going. Maybe I'll just do it from my desk. Like, I'll set up my camera and stuff and have a proper streaming setup. I'm just interested to see how that works. Yeah, so I kind of want to transition onto YouTube down the line. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think it helps in terms of, I know there's a lot of people who watch the YouTube replays. Maybe they don't have Instagram or something, and they don't see us on IGTV. I don't know. Well, I kind of want to play around with it and see how it goes. I also like, YouTube. It has the chat, and the chat saves. So, I know I'm reading off your questions here, but I don't know. Maybe people want to reference any of that stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Jzo2 writes, yes, actually, hell yeah to the YouTube live stream. Mex Jr. writes, I don't like YouTube's notification system. I don't think anybody's, like YouTube or Instagram, I don't think either one of their notification systems are great. Yeah, we'll play around and test things out to see how things go. Yeah, maybe I'll start off with having 2 streams going at the same time. We'll see how that works. Yeah. Luckily, I've got unlimited data on my phone, so I'm certainly abusing it. Like, I use so much data, it's ridiculous. But But yeah, because my home wireless connection is not as good as my data connection on my phone. Your ideas are great. I've been buying your denim since day one. Keep it up. Sean Lacroix writes, well, thank you very much for all of your support, and thanks for joining us here on the live stream. Chucky Best writes, what's the lightest weight of denim Naked and Famous has ever used? 5 ounces. So we did a 5-ounce denim once. Is it 5 or 5.5? I don't remember. I think we called it the Whisper denim. The Whisper denim. Something like that. Or the featherweight. The featherweight, not the Whisper. It was the featherweight. It was either 5 or 5.5 ounce. But we have a 5.5 ounce denim coming for spring summer 22. I'll show that. I showed it off last week. But we'll get to some previews soon. James Dant writes, how about the stretch on our upcoming jeans? Great bounce back too, right? Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying, we only use power stretch materials, stretch denims with great stretch recovery. Anyways, Tommy's letting out some secrets here. We talked about it a little bit in a previous live stream, but if you want to talk about it some more, I'm down to do it. But I'm going to let you take the lead on that. Grigooz 34 writes, does the denim cooler post on Tate and Yoko, will that be a buying option, or was it only for the contest? Any news for the winners, by the way? The coolers, actually, we made those 8 years ago, probably. Maybe something like that. And Garrett found a box of them in the warehouse, just kind of, unaccounted for. So instead of selling them, we were just let's give them away. So there was a bit of a Tate and Yoko contest. Follow Tate and Yoko, tag some friends, follow us on YouTube. So I think those were the rules. As for the winners, I think Garrett has started reaching out to folks. I'm not entirely sure. That was a Tate and Yoko contest. So if you want to know the details on that, I guess just follow up with Tate and Yoko. Raisinox writes, is it me or the number of people following this live stream growing up nicely since a few weeks? Yeah, I mean, it goes up and down. But let me tell you, for the amount of followers we have on IG, I don't know if it's as high as I would have, as high as I expect it to be. I think that's part of the reason. That's part of the reason why I want to switch over to YouTube for the live streams. I do tend to find that we usually have around 50, 60 people in the stream at any given time, and considering we have 104,000 followers on IG, somebody was mentioning that they don't like how the YouTube notifications go up. Well, I think for the most part, most of our followers on IG don't even get our IGTV notifications. So I don't like the way that IG just suppresses practically everything we put out. And so I'm just trying to rebuild our audience on YouTube, just because I have these social media networks, especially these mobile ones, Snapchat and Instagram, and I find that maybe the lifespan of these things aren't going to be so long-lived. Things will kind of be around for a bit and then they're gone. So I think YouTube's a lot more permanent in that respect. I was watching a YouTube somebody was talking about YouTube's changes, and they're trying to turn into TikTok, and I don't think that's what most of us signed up for Instagram for to begin with. It was a photo sharing app. We liked that, and these changes. Stories are fine. I like IGTV, but I think they want to prioritize video content, which is fine. You can do that, but they're doing it at the demise of what they started off as. And I was watching this video, and this content creator was talking about how Instagram isn't, basically they're doing their content creators dirty by not really allowing them to monetize anything. And not that I'm looking to monetize. Like, our YouTube channel is still non-monetized. I'm never going to monetize it. I'm not going to say never. The only way I monetize YouTube is if they start running ads on our channel. Because I read about, like, YouTube is planning on starting to do that they will run ads on non-monetized channels. And it's like, well, if you're going to run ads on my channel and make money off of those ads, I might as well, collect the 50 cents. I'm not going to let you take it, right? So, as of now, YouTube is completely non-monetized. That's not really the point. I don't really want ads running, before or during our content. That's just the way it's going to remain until I'm kind of forced. But, with IG, this content creator was talking about how, a lot of content creators are leaving because there's no incentive to be on IG, because, you can't really monetize. And then, I got an email from IG. I don't know, that they were like, oh, we want to be able to, you're going to be able to monetize IGTV. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, no, it's just nobody's going to use that feature, right? And I'm not really interested. I don't want tips. That's not really what I'm in this for. But there's the content creators that are leaving because they don't feel like it's if that's their job, then it's not really worth it for them. But then again, like, I think people who use social media as a job, they're so few and far between. The vast majority of people who use social media is because they want to be social, and they want to keep up to date with the things that they want to keep up to date with. And I think the biggest problem with Instagram is that it doesn't allow people who have signed up, by signing up, I mean hitting that follow button, to get the content that they've asked for. That's why people are going somewhere else, because they get to see what their friends or people that they know or care about, or brands or anything like that, are doing. Maybe I'm not on those other ones, but my feeling is that if you follow somebody, you get to see what they're doing. On Instagram, if you follow somebody, you definitely don't get to see what they're doing. And maybe you guys do, because if you're following the live streams and you follow our content consistently, then it shows it to you. But to the casual person who might have found us through a tag, they're getting into Selvedge Denim, maybe they saw us, they followed us, but then they're not getting our content. It's like, we're going to be here, but I want to make sure that the people who want to see our content can see our content. So, we got to diversify a little bit, and try to grow that audience somewhere else. We've been through this before. YouTube, Facebook, we used to have a pretty big community on there, and then the Facebook changes over the years really decimated Facebook pages. So Facebook is really just there to repost our Instagram posts and whatever blog posts we do, but like the engagement there is almost nothing. It's pretty dead. We're on Twitter, but like I'm not really on Twitter. Again, Twitter is just kind of reposting our Instagram content. We're not as I'm quote unquote the social media manager. And I just don't have time to, like, there's only so much time I can do that is really devoted to social media. And so, and most of it is right here, right now. We're doing these videos. We take photos and we put them up, and when there's releases, there's a lot of content created around that. But I take my time to answer the DMs. But adding more and more platforms, it's just like how many more questions can I answer on top of doing like my regular stuff? And I'm not saying that social media isn't like, we're not big enough to have a full-time person doing just social media management. We just have to put out enough good content and keep up with it. So, and if we're doing that, if we're doing, what we should be doing, I want to make sure that the people who want to see it. And I just don't feel like we're getting that from Instagram anymore. Johnny Crumhorn writes, I always get your IG notifications because I mainly follow Facebook friends who are too old to use IG much. Right. I follow a lot of people and I follow a lot of companies, and nothing annoys me more than finding out about a release of something a day or two after it's been released and sold out. Like, it's so annoying, and it happens all the time. I like collecting things, so some of the stuff I like, it comes out and it's sold out in 10 minutes or less. And if you're not there, then you totally missed out on it. So if I'm not getting those notifications and I'm asking for them, then what's the point? Turbo 86. I'm not on Facebook. Joined IGTV to watch band live streams during COVID. Spent a lot of time on YouTube too. Right. I personally just got rid of Facebook. It's a lot of social media to manage, and I just want, if we could have just a solid community, if we could just have a solid community in one place, it would be fantastic. Anyway, and that's why I'm growing YouTube. I don't think YouTube's going anywhere. YouTube is a very, very powerful platform. Video is obviously, I'm not opposed to video. Just doing short reels and stuff like that. That is, I don't know. I just feel like I'm a little too old for some of the content that is on Reels. Not I feel too old. I'm definitely too old for it. So I like having longer discussions with our audience and hanging out. So I think like Instagram Live or YouTube Live is a great way to do that. So yeah, I'm just trying to push some folks over there. Any new ones going into the core collection, like Natural Seed? Akmal Amani writes, any new ones, like new styles, going to the core collection, like the Natural Seed? The Natural Seed is not going to be part of the core collection, but it'll be something, what internally we refer to as a repeat style. So something that we repeat every spring, summer. And the Natural Seed is coming back, along with the raw cotton selvage, which we showed off last week, which is a 16-ounce big slub, kind of hardcore edition of the Natural Seeds. Let's see if we got... Jane Date writes, my husband received his Dark Knight Canadian tuxedo this week, and it looks great on him. I'm glad, and thanks for joining us on the live stream. We have there's a Instagram user, what's his name? Dynamic Duo Selvedge or Dynamic Duo Denim. I shared one of his posts today. He's fading the Dynamic Duo Denim. There's a lot of great faders out there of the Batman collection, and so anyway, I keep trying to show those off whenever somebody posts. So if you do have any updates, be sure to tag us in your updates on Instagram, and I share them with the community. To let everybody see some progress of some of the releases that people want to see faded jeans of. Skate Selvedge Die Souls, right? Skate Selvedge Die Souls. Yeah, the Instagram feed is jacked up. They show me more from people I don't follow than the few people I do follow. Yeah, I definitely I don't. In some ways, I'm okay with I'm okay with suggestions, but I certainly get more suggestions nowadays than the people I actually follow. Yeah, and you just gotta scroll so long before you get that, hey, you're caught up little notification at the bottom. So, especially if you're following a lot of people. Denim Twitch streams. I don't know. I mean, I wonder. I have to figure it out. But I wonder if I can simulcast on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Like, if I could do that on Instagram and YouTube at the same time, I'd be doing it. I mean, I could do that if I had two phones and a weird selfie stick, probably. I'm just sitting in my chair holding my phone for 2 hours. That's the way I roll. But yeah, I might just set up over here on my desk, and I've got my little desk set up here. Get a camera pointed down. I got my mic, so just a basic little streaming setup will be good. I'll if I do YouTube next week, I'll definitely announce it. But I think if I do YouTube next week, I will do a simul broadcast. Like, I'll have my phone going and I'll have the live stream going on my desktop, and we'll see how that goes. And maybe we'll do a few of those until we just fully transition over to the YouTubes. And like I said, the beauty of the YouTube live stream is that you don't have to be following us. Like, you don't have to be on Instagram. I know some people aren't on Instagram, and so they don't get to catch it live. So this way, it's a little bit more open. Is the stacked guy deep indigo stretch Selvedge considered power stretch? Yes, you will have a great stretch recovery from that denim, the deep indigo stretch Selvedge. Showing off any shirts today? Yeah, I will. Found the video showing the Elephant X. Very cool. Definitely grabbing one. Good man. They will be... I think they're going to be a really, really great elephant release. It's different in a way that, like, you don't see a lot of gray weft denim out there. I think the hardware is really nice, and just that... when you see that shade of indigo, and you see how just kind of wet it looks, it is just... it's gonna fade really nice. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys can do to them. And then we've got the Elephant XS coming up. That's been such a work in progress. And I hope that we can, we've had people asking for heavyweight stretch. We're finally going to be able to deliver that. I'm excited to see what kind of fan base we grow for the S series of elephant denim. So yeah, it's just another it's another category that really isn't being utilized out there. So I'm glad that we can introduce this, heavyweight stretch as a thing you can always expect. Yeah, Elephant XS. Looking forward to it. Elephant X. Deep indigo, gray weft, the chromed out hardware, that chromed out Selvedge ID. I think it's gonna be a really great release. Anyways, we'll show I'll show it off in a little bit. I'll get to the previews. Turbo 86 writes, that is so annoying, and it does happen all the time. Missing limited releases is the worst. Yeah, yesterday I was trying to get a figurine. And it literally sold out in 1 minute. I had it in my cart, checking out, gone. That's the worst is missing a release is bad. Having an item in your cart and sniped out of your cart is pretty bad as well. So I was a little butthurt last night. I waited till 1 a.m. to try and get that. Johnson Tragic writes, and this is a good question. Bezad, don't you find it ironic how raw denim is the durable workwear, but people baby their jeans by the way they wash? For example, avoiding washing machine and only gently soaking in the tub. It is a little... Look, here's my thoughts on that. It just takes some time for people to get around to not babying their stuff. For a lot of folks, when it comes to raw denim, that might be their first or introduction into kind of just better menswear and maybe paying a more premium price for a piece of clothing. So, the idea of just thrashing this $200 pair of jeans is not, it hasn't, the idea that this garment was made to be worn out really hard, they're trying to, balance those two things at the same time. Like, I paid a lot of money for this. I want to take care of it, and at the same time taking, it's a tough thing to swallow. And there's also kind of a thought process of, there's a lot of rules with this, which I try to dispel, as often as I can. So people don't want to screw it up. They don't want to do things wrong because, there are these, I would say unwritten rules, but like there's been a million like articles written about like how you should take care of your jeans and, don't wash them and don't do this and only soak them in the bathtub gently. And it's like, dude, number one, do whatever you want, right? The real answer is do whatever you want. There's no wrong way. You want to gently soak in the tub because you want to take care of your jeans. You're worried about the indigo loss or, that's fine. Some people want to keep their jeans dark. Some people only want a gentle amount of indigo loss. So that's okay. That's not necessarily babying your jeans, but some people do get a little bit worried. Sometimes, you'll get a customer and they've worn their jeans for a while and, a thread broke or, maybe the crotch is starting to wear out and they're like, why are my jeans doing this? I paid X amount of money for it. And it's kind of that, to me, that's the weird mentality is that, you think because price, it should automatically be indestructible or, it's supposed to last a certain amount of time just based off of that. And, to that I say, Apple doesn't give you a new iPhone when you drop it, when you crash your Ferrari, you don't get a new one. They'll repair it for you. You're going to pay for it, but if there's a genuine defect, that's one thing. You get a jean and it's missing a button, or something happens, got it, no problem. We take care of that stuff. But wear and tear is so personal that it's often like this is the way we get the emails. It's like, hey, I've had these jeans for 8 months and the crotch is starting to rip. Okay, understand. I had a pair of, whatever jeans, from the mall, and I've had them for 4 years. I never had a problem. And, again, it's like, you're not comparing apples to apples here. Those jeans you might have had for 4 years, did you wear them every single day? Like you're wearing your raw jeans every single day? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Did you, every activity you do in one jean, you don't do the exact same thing in another. Just because you live in them, even relatively the same, doesn't mean that every instance of whatever happened in those jeans happened in each pair. So you're not comparing the same thing. Garments wear out differently. You could have sat on something. You could have stretched a funny way. Maybe you're riding a bike. I don't know. Maybe you jumped a fence and you know what kind of jump the fence. I used to jump a lot of fences. But yeah, stuff happens. So to me, that one's always the weird one. That there's an almost automatic association between price and how long something should last. And if you've had it for, there is certainly an expectation of what, how things should last, right? Your refrigerator should run for more than, 18 months, it's designed for that. But, garments, especially garments that are designed to be worn and torn, you can't fault a garment for, fading or, if you're fading out a pair of jeans and they rip because you've worn them day in and day out for 9 months straight. Yeah, that's going to happen to any pair of jeans. Your mall jeans didn't do that because you didn't do that to your mall jeans. You wore them twice a week and you laundered them regularly. You literally wore these jeans to destruction, and then we'll every now and then we'll get a complaint about why their jeans wore out to destruction. And again, I'm not talking about you got a pair of jeans and a rivet fell off. Maybe it was applied incorrectly. No problem. We'll take care of that. Easy, right? But wear and tear stuff. There again. It's a weird. That's the weird one for me. But yeah, we do. There is a babying there. I mean, just to go back to the original question, people babying their jeans a little bit. There's a little bit of that. I think a lot of it is just because a lot of it's experience. Every now and then I'll see a post somewhere on a forum, and it's like, oh, I wore my jeans in the rain and now they're wet. What should I do? And luckily, like 99% of the answers is, just wait for them to dry. Like nothing bad happened to your jeans. Or I spilled beer on them. What am I supposed to do? And the answer, like everybody gives, is wash them, or if you want your jeans to smell like beer, then you just wear them. Like that happens. Yeah. Luckily, most of the community has figured out the answers, and they're providing good answers to people who are still a little bit, novice or green when it comes to this stuff. So there's always going to be, that, and I think eventually everyone gets through it. So, yeah. RCMB 410 writes, difference between the natural seed and the raw cotton fabrics. I'll show that off in a bit. Any news on the stretch elephants that you mentioned a while ago? I'll show that off in a bit. Are both knives coming out? Any update? No, we're gonna, by both knives, we're gonna do just the painted ones. Trying to find the knife here. So this is the style that we're gonna do. So it's this is the handle, and so the Higo no Kami knives. So we had it like this. So it's a new indigo on top of brass. So you can see how it's it wears out, and you can see the brass underneath. But like the first ones that we made, you had the kind of design details embossed here, and it's very stealthy. You could see it, but you kind of had to really look at it hard. So we decided to use this kind of gold paint finish, and now the paint will fade away. You can see it there. So over time it will fade, but it will come like this. So that's going to be the handle. And that's the blade, and I can't open this one-handed, so I'm only... Sorry, guys. I can't open this right now. I'm trying to do it, but there we go. So the new knives are coming soon. We'll have some release info for that in a little while, but for those people who missed out on the first knife release, this is going to be the new one. Check with your local, rules and regulations about carrying these things. In fact, yeah. Anyways, that's up to you guys. We these are coming soon. Don't get in trouble with them. That's all. That's all I can say about that. Can we please get the Elephant 9 on a Wednesday sale sometime? Maybe you'll just have to stick around and keep following our Wednesday sales, our 24-hour specials, to find out. There are new knives coming. Yes, I missed out on the first ones. Yes, there are new knives coming, as I just showed off. You need 2 phones or a laptop and a phone. For the streaming setup. Yeah, I have multiple phones. anyways, I'm gonna figure out the streaming setup, and I'll make an announcement if we're gonna do the YouTube stream. Hello, I'm a big fan of Naked and Famous Denim from Indonesia. Welcome to the live stream from Indonesia. Thanks for joining us. How's the hardware on the Elephant X different than the normal ones? I will show that off in a little bit. Heavyweight stretch, somebody writes. Yes, heavyweight stretch coming soon. The Elephant XS for Spring Summer 22. Stick around. I will show that off. Okay, there's a question. 1 second. What's the name of the MIJ9? Wait a second. That's a good question. I don't remember offhand, and I'm gonna look it up. So, the question was, what's the name of the Elephant 9? The Elephant 9 is coming in the fall. MIJ9. I just the Denim Natural Indigo Slub Selvedge. Denim. TENNENI. Denim. I don't have the sample here, but I'll show it. I've shown it off before. But yeah, it is coming soon. Wes Anderson collab, that would be a lot of fun. I would actually enjoy that very much. Elephant X is stretch? No, the Elephant XS is stretch. So we will have a S edition of our elephant jeans coming out in the spring seasons, and in the fall seasons we will have the 100% cotton edition. Looking forward to the Elephant XS. I recently bought the 17-ounce Blue Thunder, and man, stretch would make wearing heavier jeans better. I think for a lot of folks, it will. Yeah, there's a lot of folks who want that 100% cotton feeling. But a lot of folks also, especially if you're active and you want heavyweight jeans, the stretch is going to be a big help. I think it is. We're really going to open up a lot of people's eyes to heavyweight stretch just because of that. For those people who are just out and about and using their jeans as very for performance, the stretch is going to help them a lot. So I'm excited to launch them. How about a left hand 12 stretch that counter the stretching out? I mean, we can't make everything in stretch, but that's 100% cotton jeans stretch out. That's just the way it is. And then we have stretch jeans that will stretch out. They stretch out a bit. There's no jeans that won't stretch out a little bit from their original measurements. That's going to happen. But the snapback keeps them in their shape quite well. Yoshi writes, having that item in your cart situation was me with the wooden Higi no Kami knife. Sorry about that. We didn't have very many of those to begin with. To be honest with you, I did not expect the reaction of those knives that we had. We sold out 100% of those knives in a couple of minutes. I expected those to carry us for a while. I just didn't know that, I expected there would be some, kind of knife enthusiasts, EDC type, fans that we had. But I didn't realize how many we had. And so anyways, we've got new knives coming. That was, the very next day after those released, we're okay, we have to make a new batch. So expect more soon. Bezad got cart robbed. Call the police. No need to call the police. But yeah, getting cart robbed. It happens. I've learned to be patient. Even when the website says sold out, just keep refreshing for a while, because sometimes I know some websites, especially the website that I was shopping on, they cancel bot orders. I don't know how they can tell they're bots, but they do. And sometimes like inventory frees up just like a few minutes later. So I was just sitting there, even after it sold out, like I was just refreshing the page, and like an item would show up, and I would like get it in my cart again, and then it would be gone. So I got it in my cart a bunch of times, but I just couldn't make it through the checkout. Yeah, it's okay. It happens. It happens. That's just the way it goes. Great understanding on your customer's mindset on babying versus thrashing. Yeah, I mean, we're it's all an education thing for us. We that's why I do a lot of these live streams, and I'm pretty active on just in general there in the raw denim community. If the better the information that's out there, the easier it is for people to even just get into raw denim. There was such a it felt so complex for a long time, and if I wash my jeans wrong, they're ruined, and this and that. It's like no, forget all that. All that stuff is nonsense. They're just jeans. They're just jeans like any other pair of jeans. Just wear them, enjoy them. So yeah, the better we can do in educating people about the ups and downs and ins and outs of raw denim, the better it is just for the community. The smarter the community, the better the community. Wrong creation rights, or Wong creation rights. Got a kimono shirt in this week. So far this year, the only clothes I bought has been from Naked and Famous. You guys make so much awesome stuff. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the kimono shirt. I've got a couple myself. I enjoy wearing them a lot. It's a little for me right now, like especially here in Japan. It's been raining like crazy. Today's the first day that there's sun, and like we're getting into like humid weather that is going to be really unbearable. So it's just going to be like aloha shirts for me for a while. The kimono shirt works great, I find, in like transitional seasons. But that's not far from now. The fall months are just a couple of weeks away. So enjoy the kimono shirt. Hopefully you get to wear it right now. If not, there's a couple of weeks away of just cooler temperatures that are coming that they're gonna be more comfortable. Yeah. Oh, the humidity here is going to be insane. There's a guy in here from Indonesia. I'm sure you are well aware of humidity here in this part of the world. Has he shown any previews yet? Not yet. Coming soon. Coming in a few minutes. Any Naked and Famous you would consider more durable? I would say that like anything in the 100% cotton world is, left hand twill, 13.75 ounce and up is probably going to be in the more durable world. How much more durable? I don't know. I can't really give you a number on that. The elephant denim, obviously heavier weight stuff, that's going to be pretty tough to beat up. That's not to say you can't, but they should hold up a lot. If you're like putting in hard work, they should do a great job for you. In fact, my brother-in-law, his family has a farm, and we're going to be getting them some jeans out there, and I'm really interested to see just how badly they can thrash these things out on the farm. So we'll see. I might be. I'm gonna document some of this stuff and see what we come back with. But yeah, I would like to see. There's a lot of our customers out there who have very physical jobs. We share a lot of their photos, so at least I have a closer connection to something like this, and we'll try to get photographs and documentation of like real farm work. What a pair can look like in a year of like really intense heavy labor. Jolly Green Giant writes, I've had a pair of Naked and Famous for 4 or 5 years, and they look new, and then my Elephant 9 for the Indigo Invitational are destroyed. It all depends on how you wear the Invitational pair. It all depends. I mean, it's just like anything else. Like, you can have a pair of jeans that you wear every now and then you have that pair of jeans that you wear till absolute destruction. It's your everyday pair. So yeah, I mean, it all depends. It just goes back to that mentality of, I've had X for this long and I've had Y for that long, and Y, the ones that I had for a shorter amount of time were destroyed. Well, because you use them more. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down because I'm a little bit slow on that. Okay, James Dant writes, I still wash mine in the tub. Part of the experience. I'm doing a pair right now, and I didn't go gently on them. Gotta get out the stank. Yeah, look, man. Part of the fun of raw denim is going through a lot of these, kind of. There's folklore, then there's just, kind of common experiences, and, whether that's putting your jeans in the freezer, washing your jeans in the bathtub, showering with your jeans, doing an ocean soak. I've done all of those things. And, some of those things work better than others, and some of them, don't do anything, but there's certainly the fun of the folklore of raw denim. But those things aren't what makes, whether you do them or you don't do them, it doesn't take away from, anything, right? If you do them, it's fun. It's something interesting to talk about. You're so into your jeans that you did that. But, just, you'll read an article kind of written by like, a corporate, press magazine kind of whatever. And they have their guy like, okay, you do an article on raw denim. They'll do the basic amount of research and like, yeah, real denim heads. They don't wash their jeans ever, and they sit in a bathtub with their jeans to get the perfect fit. And it's like, no, like some guy does that somewhere, but like that's not representative of the community. Like most of us don't do those things. Maybe we've done them once, but like that's not our ritual. You know what I mean? So it's fun to try, and that's the beauty of raw denim, that like every pair you wear, you could try something different, and your jeans are going to fade unique according to the way you've worn them. So great, do all that stuff. But do it, don't do it. In fact, it doesn't make, it's not going to make any difference, in your raw denim, overall. But if you try it, it doesn't hurt. I don't know where I'm going with this. I guess my bottom line is do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Your jeans will always come out the way you wore them. So whether you do them or you don't do them, the result is going to be personal to you. That's the bottom line. I remember Risa saying a cherry wood handle. That's right. For the new Higo no Kami wooden knife, it will be a cherry wood handle. The Denim Heads EDC community Venn diagram is just a circle. Pretty much. I mean, raw denim, EDC, leather, like boots and leather and that kind of stuff, very, very similar interest group. I mean, the boot guys, they might be, more fascinated with boots than they are denim, but they probably own a pair of raw denim jeans, if not a few. And then, there's knives and, wallets and, some, I see a lot of firearms and, what else? That seems, your phone, EDC is like, whenever I see EDC, it's like knife, wallet, firearm, cell phone. What else do people carry? I don't know. Flashlight. I was into flashlights for a while. There's a brand called Nitecore, Nitecore, that I like, but the flashlight that I want, it's like so expensive. But it's just, I guess when you're in EDC, you can almost justify anything because you're just like, it's the best. But Nitecore, they make such cool products. Yeah, look up if you're into flashlights. This brand, Nightcore, they have a lot of cool things. Here it is, like just these monster flashlights, and like tiny. This is a tiny one. It's got 4,000 lumens. Holy crap! I haven't seen that model yet. Maybe I have to buy this. But yeah, there's something about like a small flashlight that is just like the most powerful. It's a geez, this is crazy. All right, I might have to buy this after the live stream. But yeah, that's EDC for you. Oh yeah, watch guys are similar. Yeah, EDCs also have a watch, like whatever your watch is. It's like watch, knife, gun, wallet, flashlight. You know, it's like a lot of tactical stuff. Raw denim to me, wear them for a while before you wash them. Just enjoy them. That's Chucky Beast. Yeah, I like to wear them. It depends on the model. Sometimes I'll wash them right away just because I want them to be, you know, I just want to get the starch out. But usually I'll wear them for a good while. My routine is usually 3 to 6 months before the first wash, and then wash them as necessary. So that could be once every 2 or 3 months. Sometimes more. Depends what happens in them. But I'm not afraid of the washing machine or the dryer. In fact, I just roll the dice in there. I don't care. Whatever happens. I will still wear them. So that's my thing. Detergent, bleach, don't care. As soon as I've got that first kind of like 6 months, 6 months, just as soon as there's like enough creasing and fading that is like noticeable, then I'm in wash zone. I don't care anymore. Some people they they'll wash their jeans more often, less often, never. Hey man, whatever works for you. There's no wrong way about this. Just know that the drawbacks with certain things. Like if you're not washing your jeans are getting really dirty. That's going to build up. It's going to wear out the fabric a little bit. So, but everyone's kind of aware of that. I don't think that's a surprise. Mr. Rackle, my EDC, house keys, car keys, Tannery South wallet, and poop bags for the dog. Really for influencer life. Oh yeah, keychains. Yeah, keys and keychains are usually in there as well. Yeah, I got. Don't forget chapstick for the EDC. That's right. I thought EDC was a type of music. No, EDM, electronic dance music. EDC is everyday carry. So there's it's mostly guys. I don't know why it's mostly guys. But I guess the equivalent for there. I mean, obviously there's an equivalent for women. I mean, most women have a particular if you're carrying a purse or whatever, just to be stereotypical in that sense, of course. But EDC tends to be very. Yeah, I wonder. Like we call it EDC, and I guess maybe typically women might call that like what's in your purse kind of thing. I wonder if that community exists the same way EDC exists. That would be interesting to know. Chip Indigo writes, my Elephant 9s are scheduled for an ocean soak in August. Never done it. Way more excited for the novelty than the utility, but it does get decent results that a groovy new... But it does get decent... Sorry, I can't read. But it does get decent results that a groovy new summer ritual. That's... Sorry. I butchered reading that real good. Chip Indigo writes, my Elephant 9s are scheduled for an ocean soak in August. Never done it. Way more excited for the novelty than the utility. But if it does get decent results, that's a groovy new summer ritual. I've done an ocean soak once, and let me tell you, the results are not bad. Here's what I did. It wasn't just jumping in the ocean and jumping out. So I went into the ocean, This was in California. I forget the name of the beach I went to, but we were at the beach. I was wearing my dirty fade Selvedge, jumped into the ocean, and with my jeans on, and then I just kind of got sand and was just kind of rubbing my legs with the sand, and that just kind of to abrase the jeans a little bit. So I did that for a little while, not too long, and then you rinse your jeans off. Rinse all that muck and sand out, and I just left them in the sand to dry for a while. That was it. And it took a few shades off of that pair of jeans. I have to say that the ocean soak does work. I mean, basically you're kind of sandpapering your jeans without sandpaper, but actual sand. So I liked the results. I didn't like the fact that there was sand everywhere afterwards. Your jeans are dry and they're sandy as hell. So if they're your only pair of jeans for that trip, maybe bring another pair. Unless you have access to a washing machine. That was my regret from that. They were my only pair of jeans on that trip, and I just had to shake the shit out of them to get all that sand out. That was that. I was just, even then, you never really get all the sand out. So it took a while. Raisinox writes, my MIJ7s are going for total destruction for sure. After 9 months of wearing them daily, I'm in holiday next week, and I will start strong repairs if I want to finish up the Indigo Invitational. You know what? Post some photos of those repairs. We'll share them with the community. Okay, let's see what we got here. Less than 1% of population in Yokohama are raw denim guys, I feel. I mean, I'm in Yokohama right now, just FYI. 1%, I mean, look, raw denim here in Japan is a very different beast than it is out in the West. It is a very much in like an older guy thing. It's not, I don't think it's very cool. They wear it very differently than we. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take it back. I'm not saying it's very cool. It's just there are certain types of guys that are wearing it, and they don't look very cool. Now they're the heritage guys, and then there are like these. Like there's so many like really bad graphic tees. They kind of remind me of, anyways, there's really, really awful graphic tees they're just these raw denim bad graphic tees, like giant wallets, and there's a certain style that just, it doesn't really resonate with me so much. The heritage guys are one thing, but there's like there's this real odd love for bad graphic tees that go with raw denim here so often. Very colorful bad graphic tees. And the weird thing is, there's also, you go to some of these shops and they have jeans that match. Like there'll be raw jeans that are just like really covered with graphics. And I'm like, why and who is this for? Yeah, it's weird. Ed Hardy says hi. I would say that they're worse. You know what the weird thing about Ed Hardy is? Like, I think, for when it came out, it was weird. Like, that was a crazy wave. Ed Hardy, Von Dutch, and it was like, obviously it was a certain type of guy that wore it. But if you're, I don't have any tattoos, but like if you appreciate tattoo culture, you're like, oh, the graphics are like, as a tattoo is cool. So it was a weird kind of mix of things. But yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of that era of like style, but just mixed with raw denim jeans. Yeah. Graphic tees are weird in Japan. Yeah, they certainly are. They certainly are. They're like kind of the stuff that appeals to like some of the raw denim crowd here is it's so questionable. Like I don't understand how like you guys that appeals to you. It's very weird. Tannery South writes, how bummed are you about not being able to go to the Olympic events you had tickets for? Sucks, but stay safe. You have no idea how butthurt I am over this. Very butthurt. I'm very upset about it. Mostly because, like, this country's done so much to get to the point that we could even have an Olympics, and then just 2 weeks or like 18 days before it set to launch are like, oh yeah, none of the events in Tokyo or like I think even a couple of other prefectures are going to be in person. After like so much work that's gone into this. And you know, I'm sure a lot of you people on have seen the articles on TV about state of emergency in Japan, and it's like it's not what you guys in the West had, or even in Europe and things like that. Like there have been no lockdowns in this country ever. Like, you know, I know in like the Canada and the States, like, you know, they were shutting down restaurants and barbershops. Like you could go get a haircut and then follow it up with an indoor meal. Like none of that stuff ever shut down. Like, in fact, you could go to I think there might be even a baseball game today. Like, live sporting events were still going on during this entire time. You could go to Disneyland. I can get Disney, like, if you can even get Disneyland tickets, because it is so hard to get Disneyland tickets because every day they're sold out. So, basically, anyway, what happened leading up to what just happened was there was, I think, the Tokyo mayoral election. The state of emergency conveniently ended right before the election. You know, so there's no state of emergency looming over, you know, whoever's running. And let me make sure that that's all. Anyway, wait, Tokyo. I'm not in Tokyo, so I'm not really. Yeah, the prefectural elections for Tokyo Metropolitan Assembly were held on July 4th, 2021. So the elections happened without a state of emergency, and then right after the elections happened, they threw the state of emergency back on. So it was just like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. Like you would remove it so that it would be politically convenient for you, but. So was it dangerous? Was it not dangerous? I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of all this. Like, the state of emergencies here in Japan are really, I don't know who they're serving, because all that it does is say that we ask that restaurants close at 8 p.m. and they don't serve alcohol. These are none of this is mandatory. It's all just an ask. And, like, that's it. Everything else is allowed. You know, the weird thing is, like, last weekend, the wife and I, we went to Yokohama Station. It's kind of a very, you know, nice mall and busy there. Dude, there's like 100,000 people there. Like, it was packed. Absolutely packed. Like, there's so much of Japan. It was like, you know, Times Square and, like, you know, the height of tourism season. Like, you can go all kinds of places across this country where there are just, you know, you wouldn't even know that anything was going on. And so just to kind of cancel it like this, like, you know, I don't know, just feels, I don't know what they're thinking. They're trying to say it's safety. I don't think it has anything to, you know, I mean, yeah, not having it is going to be safer than having it, but like, was having it going to be particularly any more dangerous than like day-to-day life here in Japan? I personally don't think so. So that's just where I'm at with that. Yeah, had tickets. Don't know what's gonna happen to that. They were box tickets too, so it's not like we would have been even in the crowd. We would have had our own, we had a like a private room. So, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not in charge. But I am butthurt. That is true. Do you get to see the events on live TV at all? Probably. But yeah. You're so pull out. 0110000. Anyways, username, a lot of zeros and ones. You're so polite about terrible trends. I try to be politically correct here. Try. I'm so curious about the graphic tee raw denim style. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to rip on anyone personally or any brands, but I mean, if you get like a Japanese raw denim magazine, sometimes they'll do like, and you'll see the very distinct difference between like, the heritage guys who are very like that. They're very heritage. I mean, they live that life. Like that is their style. Okay, cool. You're very devoted to that. Got it. And then there's like just the casual guys who are like, a little bit older. They all very much dress the same, and yeah, it's like bad graphic tee, tucked in, thick belt, raw jeans, some boots, and a fat wallet, and it's the graphic tee that really kills it. It's like colorful and weird and like very crappy graphics. You'll if you ever get a Japanese like raw denim magazine, you will spot it instantly, and especially when they like do like a raw denim event, and like they're taking pictures of a lot of people, and you'll see like a lot of like what are you wearing, and it's like 80% of the guys are like that, and I'm like, I know like that's the style, like obviously maybe people are like, oh well that's the style, so I got to do it, but I wonder, I just don't know how that became like raw denim's kind of supposed to be tough, I feel like flannels and You'll see the guys doing it right, but you'll see so many people doing it in such a way that in the West you've never seen it. Like you've never seen it, but it's like that's the majority of the guys here. So it's a little weird. It's a little weird to see that, because a lot of us you turn to these like Japanese denim magazines, and that you look at that stuff and you're like, okay, like that's cool, and then maybe you see it in a magazine and then you see it in real life. I don't know. It's a little off. When you get out here and you go to some of these raw denim shops, you'll see it and you'll know it. Do you think mom jeans look funny? Not at all. Risa does our women's collection, and she's like almost all the new stuff she makes is like mom jean style. Yeah. Hello from Arizona, United States. Hello. Okay. Okay, I'm going to answer one more question, and then we're going to get into previews. Okay, Riley Lobrian writes, Bezad, you mentioned during last week's Instagram Live that customers have been overzealous with having their leg openings altered. Teach us, what are your thoughts? How much is too much to shorten? Shorten is not an issue. You gotta like I wear my jeans short. I don't, I like wearing my jeans ankle or above the ankle. No problem. So I don't think that there's an issue with length. To be fair, if you're wearing your raw jeans like culottes, then maybe that's a little weird. But you do you. Whatever makes you happy. I don't care. The problem is often when people want to make their leg openings too small, right? They were very, and here's where I think it came from. There was a big trend of, what do they call those? Like joggers. They're like track pants and like sweatpants with like elastic bottoms. So a lot of people got into this mentality of very small leg openings. They want to wear it with their sneakers. They're wearing like Adidas Boost or whatever it was. There was a kind of sneaker that was kind of paired up with that kind of jean for a long time. Not jean, but like trouser. So people kind of translated that. I need this small leg opening for my jeans because I want my jeans to be, fitted in the right areas. And, that leg opening just isn't quite small enough for me. So people were getting their not we actually don't do the leg opening alteration, but I've heard from other people, people I know that do the alterations, that they would get sometimes the oddest requests. And I think the smallest leg opening we do is like, it depends on the size. Obviously there's a grading to this, but it might come in at like just under 7 inches or like 14-inch circumference, just under that. But like some people were getting like 12 or less, and like you just can't get your foot through. You just can't get your foot through, and so like people were like measuring their ankles and saying, okay, well, I want you to alter it to this, and then whoever's doing the alteration would like maybe go back and forth with them and say, it's not a good idea to do that, and they're just very insistent on like that's what they need, and then they get their jeans and they try to put them on, they can't get their foot through, and they're like, made a mistake. And it's like, you made a mistake. So yeah, don't get too overzealous with the leg openings and the alterations here. Like if you got to alter a little bit here and there, that's fine. But like reconstructing a jean, I don't know, just seems like a lot. You shouldn't have to reconstruct a jean if you just bought a pair. Okay, snack time will be coming up. I got some good snacks. Wu-Tang is for the children. Wu-Tang is for the children. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of things because I know we talked a lot about some stuff today. So let's do the first one, and that is the Rainbow Core, the new Rainbow Core that's coming up for Spring Summer 22. So you guys are getting some very, very early previews here. Don't expect this stuff to be out in a few weeks. This is going to be many, many months away. So we talked about the Rainbow Core last week, and I've got a pair right here, dark indigo, short slub denim. So this is the same fabric construction base as the purple core, as the green core. So pull up leather patch here on the back. It's all rainbow Selvedge ID, and you will see I did a little fading on the leg here, so you can see just how the colors are going to come through. You can see yellow, there's some red, green, there's some violet, there's orange in there. So you got a lot of different colors coming through, and it's a little sporadic, but yeah, there you have it. For those people wondering, you can see a little shade of blue here, a little bit of orange in there. So these are going to fade very, very differently from your typical pair of raw denim jeans, and very differently from even our current color core options. So this is the new Rainbow Core denim. This is coming for Spring Summer 22. Spring Summer 22. So these are going to land in stores January, February, March 22. So you've got a little bit of a ways away for these to come out, but they will be coming soon to a Naked and Famous denim retailer near you. Okay, let's take a look at the elephant, because somebody wanted to compare the hardware. So let's compare the hardware. Actually, we've got it right here. So you can see the elephant denim, and you can see our typical hardware here. So it's a nice comparison shot, trying to make everything line up nicely. So the Elephant X and the Elephant XS. So dark indigo warp, space gray weft, and it has like this chromed out style hardware. And you can see here it's, compared to our classic kind of metal hardware, it's all like kind of is a little bit more shiny steel. And here you have kind of that, copper kind of look to it here. So they are definitely different. And you can see here on the rivets, So that is the kind of the new chromed out style rivet, and this is the existing, current kind of metallic. So these ones are kind of like, worn a little bit, and these are, kind of solid color and tone. See that? It's hard to see. So that is the comparison for you there. Let's take a look at the waist button one more time. So you have the full steel look, and then here is the kind of worn in metallic. So chromed out a little bit versus the metallic. Okay. How writes strawberry milk jacket with the pink patch. We'll have to talk to James Dant about that. Are these the Elephant XS? Yes, is the Elephant XS. So they are basically, as far as looks, it's the same as the Elephant X. Dark indigo, 19 ounces, veg tan leather patch, grayed out, space grade weft interior, and then the Selvedge ID has this metallic finish to it as well. Cool. So, Elephant XS Spring Summer 22 Rainbow Core, new Rainbow Core Spring Summer 22. So those are some Spring Summer 22 previews for you. Let me show you the natural seed, because some people have been asking. We had a question about that. So that's the current natural seed denim. That's what we have in the collection right now. That is like what I mentioned earlier in the stream. This is what we would consider a repeat style. It's not quite core, but we run it every spring summer season. And this is the natural seed, 10 ounces with 2% stretch. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. Natural seed, 98 cotton, 2% stretch. And this is the raw cotton selvage. So the big slub 16 ounce natural seed denim, 100% cotton. So you've got a great comparison here. This is the stretch version. This is the kind of hardcore version. There you have it. So that's a very obvious texture difference there. The weight is obviously going to be a big difference, and a big factor difference here as well. Chromed out hard. That's our metallic hardware is the same. On the raw cotton selvage, you have the big thick red Selvedge ID here as well. Suede leather patch. So that is the comparison of the two. The natural seed denim versus the raw cotton selvage. Both will be available for spring summer 22. These are available right now. Inventory is a little bit limited, but they are available now. Okay. Savage selvages. They sure are. Are you making jackets with the rainbow denim? We are. There will be a rainbow core denim jacket. Need another black elephant? Good thing you asked, because we will actually be restocking the Elephant 7 in just a few weeks from now. That was going to be a little bit of a surprise, but we're doing another production of the Elephant 7, so expect some information surrounding that soon. So if you missed out, you're going to be able to get them again. Dawsome94 writes, and actually perfect timing, because this is what I was going to show off next. What was the melange gray denim you guys were releasing next season? That is right here. That is the Meteor Selvedge. The Meteor Selvedge. So it is this gray melange, kind of like a white and gray mix here, coming out this fall. So it's a nice dressy jean in my opinion, and it's a great indigo alternative. Fat white Selvedge ID here as well. And take a look on the inside. You can really see just how mixed that yarn is on the inside. So a great denim, indigo denim alternative in this nice gray color. It's got this heathered tone throughout the fabric. A lot of character here, and I think it's going to be a real winner. A lot of us, you know, we need those indigo alternatives in our wardrobes, and you've got that nice fat Selvedge ID here. You can dress these up, you can dress these down. I think these are very, I'm trying to think of the word, I can't remember it, but you can use them for a lot of different occasions. I think mostly dressy, but you know what else I think these are going to work well for is work. You know, I think a lot of us are going to be going back to the offices, you know, in some capacity soon, if you're not already. Wardrobes are going to be a lot more relaxed. You know, it's kind of hard to transition people back out of their jeans and their sweatpants into suits. So, you know, I think a lot of offices are just going to go to, like, you know, business casual or just like, you know, office casual in the near future. And I think a lot of jeans are going to be worn to the office going forward. And I think something like this is going to be very office appropriate. In fact, I think a lot of, I think we're going to see a big boost in the coming months as things start to open up, because jeans are definitely going to be part of the new workplace. And, you know, just like any office, they want you to be, they don't want you to wear ripped up and torn up jeans. So you're going to see a lot of just clean, dark indigo being worn in the office space. So, we'll see how that goes. That's just my prediction of what will happen down the line. And I think, you know, a pair like this would certainly work in an office environment. Next, you know, as another dark indigo alternative, we've got these, which is the Harvest Selvedge. So, again, a non-indigo denim in this kind of wheat color, wheat with the natural cotton seed throughout the fabric. So again, a lot of neat textures and colors here. This is very similar to like a natural seed cotton denim, but in a you know, kind of wheat fall tone. Again, another great if you're going to be going back to the office in jeans, this is another great option for you, and a great indigo alternative. This is going to look really nice with a pair of nice boots as well. So this is the Harvest Selvedge, coming soon, coming this fall, in fact. And then you've got the classic red line Selvedge ID here. All right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I certainly missed a bunch of your comments. Those two are fantastic, very versatile. Electric Bamboo writes, do people size up from their normal Naked and Famous size when they get the elephant jeans? I heard that as a recommendation when trying on heavier weights. I would say that is a general decent pair of advice, but always the best advice is follow the measurement guides. When you follow the measurement guides, you won't go wrong. If you play the size up, size down, game, you're gonna run into some problems. It's just inevitable. What do you do with the pairs that you do fade tests on? Do you end up wearing them? They end up on our denim wall, on our wall of fade. So yeah, nothing goes to waste. Will there be a black MIJ soon? Probably soon enough. It's not in the works, but it'll eventually happen. Geez, so much cool stuff. Billy Black 137 writes, well, thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna show off one more jean, and then we're gonna get into snack time. It's a good snack time today, by the way. We went to the grocery store. We found some pretty cool stuff. Okay, one more jean. It's been a big preview day today. Let's take a look at these. And I've shown these off before, but it's been a while. This is the Turmeric Selvedge. So dark indigo, 12.5 ounce weight, rigid. It's got that suede patch. And you can tell from the outside here, you know, from far, you can kind of tell it's got a little bit of a warm tone. From close, you can really start to see that yellow peek through the twill lines. And then when you get a closer look, you know, you look inside, you can see that yellow weft interior. So it's like a golden yellow, and this is dyed with natural turmeric. And turmeric has been a dye stuff for, well, forever. But we've never done a turmeric dye before, and this is, I think, is pretty neat. I think it really gives the denim a nice color tone, especially for the fall. I mean, this is a perfect kind of golden yellow for the fall. You've got that classic. It's got a kind of a vintage pink Selvedge ID here. This one is going to be a real hit. I'm really looking forward to this. I think the color is really amazing, especially if you're into boots and leather. Like this is such a great combination. You know, I've seen so many photos of people with their Hanami Selvedges lately, and you know that I think that's such a good gene for the spring summer season. These are going to be a real hit for the fall winter. I mean, these are definitely going to carry you into any season, but just the particular tone here is very fall-like to me. You know, leaves changing, that kind of stuff. So I'm very much looking forward to the release of this one. I think you guys are going to like that a lot. All right. Somebody said one shirt, though. One shirt? Which shirt? You guys want to see a shirt? You gotta let me know now. Somebody's asking, when's the Hanami restocked? The Hanami won't be restocked, but we are doing a similar style with the milk denim. We're doing something called the strawberry milk denim. So it'll be the milk denim with a pink weft interior. I think I showed that off in last week's live stream, so check that out on the YouTube. We're going to be heading off into snack time. So my hair is just fallen. My hair tie fell out. My hair's going wild today. Hope you guys appreciate the transition from it being tied back to just being wild and out of control. Gotta ask what happened with that beautiful cooler you guys posted about not too long ago. Those were posted on Tate and Yoko, and we're doing a giveaway. That was something we actually made, you know, like 8 years ago. We used to every season make kind of a weird or just different item, and the coolers were one of them. Fun fact about the coolers, and this has definitely happened to almost every raw denim brand at some point. Let me tell you this. So we sold those as Selvedge coolers because they were made using Selvedge denim, but the bag company that we used cut off the Selvedge ID, and there was no Selvedge ID on anywhere on the cooler. So it lost the Selvedge ID. It is Selvedge denim, but just not visibly Selvedge denim. But anyways, what happened was Garrett found a couple of them hanging out in the warehouse somewhere. We had thought we had long sold those out. So he was just doing a little giveaway on Tate and Yoko. So that's kind of the story behind that. Anyways, let's get into snack time. It's a great time for snacks. You know, we picked up a couple of different things. Let me know what you guys think is going to be fun to try today. At our grocery store, they're doing a lot of like Indian curry style snacks. So we got some Indian curry senbei, so rice crackers. Here's some death powder like Cheetos. They're not Cheetos, but they look like Cheetos. It's made by Frito-Lay. Cheetos here are a little bit different. These aren't Cheetos branded, but they are like a cheese puff with death sauce. Here's a rare commodity for Japan, Flamin' Hot. So, they don't have Flamin' Hot here, except for right now. And a couple of months ago, we found some Cheetos Flamin' Hots that did not taste like regular Flamin' Hots. They were not very hot at all, in fact. And just a couple of days ago, actually I didn't eat them on air, but my sister sent me a care package of Doritos, and we had some Flamin' Hots. It would have been nice to compare Flamin' Hot versus Flamin' Hot, but those are pretty neat. I think I want to try those with you guys. Death Cheetos or Flamin' Hot? I second the Death Powder. Got some Flamin' Hot Doritos today. Excited to try them. Flamin' Hot is amazing, by the way. Okay, let me also try another thing with you guys today. I'm not going to try one. I'm just going to show you one because I think this is ridiculous. This is one of the funniest things. I don't know if it's funny to you, but it's funny to me. But in the grocery store, they had this. And I've never seen a package so filled to the top ever before. Like, anytime you get a drink or anything, there's always a little bit of room. They did not accommodate room here. We're going to fill this to the very top.
But it's a jelly.
It's a jelly, but how did they get it so perfect? Did they pre-jelly it? I don't know. I guess they know what amount to put in the cup before it hardens. I don't know. Anyways, I was very impressed by that. Everybody wants Death Cheetos. Okay, so we're going to do Death Cheetos instead of Flamin' Hots. That's fine. Okay, so we're going with Death Cheetos. They're not Cheetos. What is there a
I mean, it looks like Cheeto, and it's from Frito-Lay.
Yeah, but it doesn't say Cheetos on them, huh?
It does not say Cheeto on them. It says the so I guess they were using this like a Japanese chili pepper called Karafuji.
Okay.
The registered trademark here, and it says that it's 3 times the spiciness of habanero powder. I don't know if that's habanero or habanero powder. I'm not sure. Oh, it says habanero Karafuji, and this is the amount of capsaicin.
Capsaicin, yeah.
And,
okay. I mean, there's warnings. What do we got here?
Well, it's just unless you're confident you can handle it, please do not.
Okay,
try it, and it says like
don't wipe your eyes. All right, and a little warning here on the front as well. So even the Flamin' Hots have warnings. In North America, Flamin' Hots definitely don't have warnings on them. But I'm very skeptical as to how hot this Flamin' Hot is. And we will try those another time. That will be maybe next week. But we've got Death Cheetos, and I got this. This is Pepsi. What is this? Nama Cola.
Nama means raw.
Yeah, that's right. Nama means raw. So I don't know what they mean by raw cola. But in Japan, Pepsi has its own formulation. They call it Japan Cola. And this is the new formulation of Japan Cola, which I don't particularly care for. I don't think it's a great cola. But we're going to find out if this is a tasty cola or not. Because in Japan right now, there is a trend of like natural colas. I don't know if that's supposed to be natural or not. But let me just... Like craft cola. So there is... hold on. Let me just... I do like snacks. So today we've got a lot of snack stuff to talk about. So this brand started the craft cola trend here in Japan, and it's a pretty good drink. It doesn't remind me of Coca-Cola at all. I think we taste tested this before. Iyoshi craft cola. It's kind of yellowy, as you can tell. These are like $5 a bottle. Like, they're freaking expensive. So, anyways, they became trendy. And the other day I found this, which was, I guess some company's attempt, so, whatever the company that is, attempt to like cash in on that trend. And I think this might be Pepsi's way of cashing in on that.
I don't know. It doesn't really give you the craft cola vibe. It does say that there's a new spice specific to this cola.
Okay.
And also they made it without like adding heat.
Okay.
So that's why it's called Nama, like raw.
Oh, raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
well, we'll give that
uncooked cola.
Uncooked cola. Okay, we're gonna give that a try. I'm going to take my Macho Man mug. Okay, Macho Man Randy Savage, the Macho King Randy Savage here, representing. So let's crack that open and let's try some of this Death Spice. Risa doesn't like colas particularly.
I mean, it smells like cola too. Oh!
Well, it's a little spillage here. Let's give this a try. Yeah, it smells like a classic cola, not really like a craft cola. Let's get that pour on.
Nobody says it's craft though.
Oh, okay. It's raw cola, whatever that means. Okay, let's open that up.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it away from my face.
Cream of the crop! It's a cup of coffee in the big time. The Macho Man. All right.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not that like red.
Okay. Raw Denim celebrates with raw cola. That's us. Raw cola and Japanese snacks to end out all of our live streams. What do you think, Risa? How does that smell?
It's not spicy at all. My eyes are not burning.
Okay, let me give this a try.
So,
Smells kind of sweet, actually.
yeah, it smells good.
I'm not worried about this. I've yet to be particularly destroyed by a Japanese spicy snack that claims to be like really spicy. Right?
I don't remember. I tried a lot of spicy snacks.
Yeah, but nothing memorable.
No.
Tanner's out. This is about to get not safe for work. I don't know. Let's try.
Yeah.
Macho Man would have rocked the black wax weird guy and absolutely crushed in them. Dude, if anyways, I love the Macho Man. Rest in peace, Macho. Let's try these snacks. That's a big Cheeto. They look like a Cheeto. They're not called Cheetos. I don't know why, but they're definitely Cheetos.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I mean, there's a bit of a tingle. My mouth is getting hot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hot. This would wreck a kid. And this would wreck...
I mean,
If you can't handle spice, this would wreck you.
but this is also like beyond the what is like delicious spicy. I think it's delicious, but I think keep eating this for a full bag. It's not gonna be pleasant.
Right. It's not...
It is spicy, but it's not like death.
Yeah. This is really...
Death to me would be like, I need to be like drinking milk right now.
Yeah. Like, I've been there where I've had like some spicy chips. I've had some Blair chips. Blair's. They make some spicy snacks. And, like, I've been destroyed by those.
Like you've been pain.
Pain, drinking milk, like, just, I had ice cubes in my mouth, pain. This, I mean,
it is spicy, but it's not like something that I've never had before.
Yeah, if you cannot handle spice, do not try this. If you've had spicy snacks, you can have hot sauce, like, decent ones. No problem. But yeah, if a kid had this, they'd be wrecked.
It is very obvious spice, though. Like, it's like it tingles you.
Everyone likes to quote, "This would wreck a kid." It would. When I was a kid, if I got in trouble, my mom, if I said dirty words, my mom would put Tabasco. She'd give me a little spoon of Tabasco.
Spoon of Tabasco?
Yep, she would do it.
That's funny.
That and soap. I had the soap in mouth. I definitely got that when I was a kid. Yeah, it's old school. All right, let's try this Pepsi out and see what raw Japanese Pepsi is all about. Raw denim and raw Pepsi. I'd say that tastes like regular Pepsi.
Yep. I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I think this is just a North American Pepsi formula. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Because the Japan Cola Pepsi is not Pepsi.
What's the difference?
It doesn't taste the same. It's a lot like lighter tasting, I find.
I don't know. I mean, we are contaminated with all the spice.
Yeah, we're a little spice contaminated. That's true. Okay, what do we got? So we got some comments here. No wonder you can handle all these. Yeah, maybe that helped a little bit. I definitely was sensitive to spice when I was younger. If Macho Man Randy Savage wore Naked and Famous, what pairs would he wear? Elephant, recycled, crossways? He'd wear the crossways, and we'd have to make a jacket with fringe on it. To be one time, for those of you who know wrestling, we went to a Ring of Honor show, and there was a Young Bucks like meet and greet at the start. But unfortunately, I wanted to make them fringe denim jackets as a gift, and we didn't have time to get around to it. But I still want to make a fringe denim jacket, like just for that, just to do it, just because it reminds me of Macho Man, reminds me of the Rockers, reminds me of the Young Bucks. Amplify the spice with some raw Pepsi. I got the soap. Yeah, I think a lot of us got the soap. I still remember the taste of zest. You have to be, I think, a certain age to have gotten that punishment. He would clearly wear the rainbow in all forms. Yeah, the macho maybe. I mean, the macho love color. The rainbow denim for sure. Best cola is Coca-Cola from Mexico, made with real raw sugar. The best. Nothing is better than Coke for cola. There's Coca-Cola is the best cola. That is the standard.
And the Mexican cola is the best of all Coca-Cola?
I don't know if specifically Mexican Coca-Cola, bottled Coca-Cola. If it's bottled, it's better.
A
glass bottle. Glass bottle Coca-Cola. Yeah. I enjoy colas. I try not to drink too much because I could definitely drink a lot of it. And I will get more out of shape than I already am. So that's that. Royal Crown and Blue Sky are underrated. Royal Crown. I'm not sure. Are they? Are those cola? Those are both good denim names, by the way. The Royal Crown Selvedge and the Blue Sky. I think we've made a jean called the Blue Sky. Summer Sky, Sky Blue. We've had a lot of sky themed clear blue. Yeah. Tony Cola is A+ if you're in Mars. Where is that? Mazatlan? I don't know that. RC Cola, Mexican Coke, and Throwback Pepsi. RC Cola, Crystal Pepsi. Remember a few years ago, Pepsi brought back Crystal Pepsi? I was really into that. I bought like so many bottles of it. I was very happy that it came back. Okay. All right. I think we're gonna call it a day here. Thanks so much for joining us on another Instagram live stream. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm just trying to think of a final thought. You got any wise words to share with the world out here?
I don't know.
Okay.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Hot out there.
All right. Drink water. It's hot out there. Great advice from a great lady. We'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.